In approximately the year 375, St. Basil wrote, God had a plan. The plan was that the Son of God, Jesus the Christ, would become human. Christmas. Would teach the people, would suffer, die, rise from the dead, and form church. Friends, that's why we are here today. We have an Easter word. It's Alleluia. Can we do it a couple more times? I'm going to say it 3 times, and you're going to say it loudly 3 times. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Alleluia. Alleluia, alleluia. And welcome to the people of St. James and others who were with us during the time of Lent and the Sacred Triduum. Welcome to those who have grown up at St. James and have come back for the Sacred Triduum time. Welcome to all the many visitors who are here today. Some of you for the first time, and some come back regularly at Easter. And although they are not here today because they were last night, I'm welcoming into the church the 4 new Catholic Christian adults, 1 who was baptized, 3 others who made the profession of faith. And of course, in a few minutes, we're going to welcome in a special way Trevor Adam Pancratz, who will be immersed into our Easter water. There are between 550 and 600 of us here today. Easter at 10 o'clock is usually almost full. It's never been quite this much, and we've never had Easter with the doors open before. This is something. And if those back there get warm and want to open those doors, go ahead and do it. The others are already open. Christ's resurrection really and truly happened in what was a remote Roman province, we now call the Holy Land, about 1980 years ago. We don't know all the details. We don't need to know the details. We don't have any pictures. Channels 13 and 18 were not there to film the event. But Christ truly rose from the dead for our salvation. And this event will never happen again. It was once for all time, for each of us, and for the whole world. We do not look at the resurrection as just kind of a separate piece. It's part of what we call a total mystery of faith that St. Basil was referring to. In particular, Christ's death and resurrection are seen as one entity. The reality of Christ's death and resurrection has a major, major impact on how we live our lives, because we believe, profess, and proclaim by our being here and what we're doing that God has, in a special way, broken into human history through the incarnation and teaching and miracles and parables and death and resurrection. and forming of church. We do not today reenact what happened back then. What we do today is liturgically celebrate that event. We did that in a special way last night with the lighting of the Easter fire. And again, we were able to be outside, have a nice procession. Came into church, everybody with a lighted candle in the darkness. That fire was preserved at the candle by the tabernacle all evening, and it's that same fire that is burning here today. Take some of it home with you in your hearts. Last night we blessed the water. We read the scriptures of the Old Testament and more. And during Lent, it's been a powerful time, I believe, at St. James and across the world and the Triduum. From my perspective, it's been a time of a real deepening. Now, I don't know in practical terms where you or I are going to be led by God during the Easter season of 50 days. But wherever we are led in coming out of our tombs, it will be ultimately good for you, for me, for the parish. One of the Lenten symbols we had was that open door. Now, it was closed on Ash Wednesday. You saw the other side of the door. It's now open, fully open, and we each had symbols. Remember these? With the door on the one side? That's fine. You got yours? Good. Don't throw it away, because it's also going to be our symbol during the Easter season. What it is now, it is the stone that is rolled away from in front of that door, symbolically, from the empty tomb. Because each of us needs to come out of our tombs. We're still partly there in our tombs. What's holding us in is fear. What's holding us in is sometimes anger. What's holding us in is sometimes the unwillingness to forgive or to be forgiven. It's only God who can bring us out. It takes God to do that. Pope Benedict, in his encyclical on hope, talks about that ultimately being based in God. Now, sometimes it's difficult to see the glory, the resurrection, in what appears to be the gloom, the doom, the negativity around us. And if I am unemployed or underemployed, or my house won't sell, or I'm a small business owner whose business is not going well, or if I'm suffering from violence or abuse, any one of many forms, or if I'm impacted by what happened in Haiti the second week of January, we can go on and on. It's sometimes hard to see the resurrection in the middle of the messiness. But that's what we are called to do, and that's why during Lent we fasted. That's why during Lent we gave alms. That's why during Lent we prayed, to help us come out of our tombs and to see the risen Christ.